In my opinion, if this game didn't have the title that it has right now, well, it would have been much more appreciated than it actually is. I'm not saying that it's not liked by anyone. There's still some people playing it, but Battlefield Hardline should have been released without the Battlefield title. Because of this little word, it was unfortunately doomed from the beginning. It has its flaws, yes of course, but there is so much to this game that has been forgotten or simply hated again because of its title. What do you expect from a game that came out after one of the best FPS game of its time, Battlefield 4? Of course people expected more than a Cops vs Crooks project, but let's get into why Battlefield Hardline is an awesome hidden game that you should still play if you're on PC. First of all, Battlefield Hardline has you plan the perfect bank heist and get away with the loot before the cops, which are other online players, take out your crew. Rip through the streets in different muscle cars, whether it be Cops or Crooks, or through armored cars, motorcycles, helicopters, and engage in high-speed pursuits as bullets whiz by from all directions. It's a completely different take on an all-out war setting and brought us completely different vehicles than previous Battlefield games. It is actually not more all-out war than before, but 100% centered on crimes, and so you have less epic things that comes with it. But to me, this is what makes the experience unique. It's more fast-paced during combat, there's more intense vehicular chaos, and it's a lot more centered on infantry combat than all the games beside it. A lot of newer reviews of people on Hardline talks about how they avoided the game because of the fan backlash, or that they simply followed what people said through social medias, but have never even tried the game themselves, and then when they tried it, they were pleasantly surprised at how good the game actually is. The majority of servers that are full in Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1 and 5 are servers that play the same map 24/7, and it never ends. How do we expect people to like something new in Hardline when they're playing the same map over and over again? This is what one of the review wrote, and I couldn't agree more to it. I remember playing Hardline since it released, but like many others, I just left because DICE and Visual Games, who were helping, just stopped updating the game and simply abandoned it because people didn't want a cops versus criminal game from Battlefield, which I can understand, hence why its name ruined everything. But there's so many little features in this game that I love. First of all, almost every weapon feels fantastic. They have weight and sound good. You have gadgets like ziplines and grappling hooks, which can completely change the whole game if you do place it well. You can grab health and ammo from your teammates without their consent. And of course, there's some little evolution moments and elevators. Oh man, I love getting killed by people waiting for the elevator doors to open. Most of the modes people were playing or are playing right now is not Conquest as opposed to other Battlefield games, but Heist and Hotwire, which Heist is what you'd expect it to be, where you can steal money from banks or in different locations around the map. And Hotwire is basically Conquest, but the capture points are vehicles that you drive around the map. You can have some pretty fun moments trying to capture vehicles, and it makes for some great pursuit, which is what Hardline is all about.
Respond now! Suspect should send a grenade! We could use some backup!
Overall, this is a game that should be revisited for its multiplayer, and if you have a PC and a PC only, not consoles. Unfortunately, the game is pretty much completely abandoned on consoles, but there's still a full server on PC that you can get into. You just have to join it at the right time, which would be in the afternoon in the West, because this server is German.
Zipline! I got it! Grapple is placed! Got one pinned down! Help me out here!
If you'd like more revisit of games like these, make sure you support this video and subscribe.